That's like 3.5. All right, I guess it's cool to angle at final tables for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Jake, I looked at the screen. It said 2.45 the last time I looked.
The screen's obviously wrong.
Hey, ask for a count then.
I did. You said 2.5.
Well, then count it out next time.
Breaking news. WPT Global has overtaken GG as the world's largest real money cash game poker site. That's right. WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour, is #1 in cash game traffic. It's time to join the action. Sign up today at WPTglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT70, and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Blinds are 40 and 80 now. Let's go to the felt. Bill Jennings from Florida.
Yeah, non-professional player. Made his way to the final table here, folds here. Venue out, and Cate Hall. What can you say about her event? She's played in 4 WPT events this season, cashed all 4 of them with 2 final tables. That's amazing.
Call.
Pretty impressive. Kevin Eister out. Jake Schwartz now is just going to call with a Jack-10. And Eddie Ochana with an 8-6 of spades. Content to see 3.
Yeah, Eddie primarily a cash game player. He's played cash games for 10 years. Says he's never had a losing year playing poker.
Flop is a Jack, 7-2, so Jacks for Jake.
Well, he's going to check the top pair here, Vince. Trying to get a little tricky.
I love tricky until it doesn't work.
Well, it's working here. His opponent with an 8-6 is betting 130,000.
Jake will make this call, of course, with top pair. Going to the turn.
Well, a queen comes off now. See what Jake's going to do this time. He's going to check. Well, Eddie not looking to dump off any more chips in this pot. Checks behind him, and now Jake makes 2 pair on the river when a 10 comes off.
Yeah, Eddie Ochana with absolutely nothing. Zip and pip. And Jake's trying to figure out how to make money with this.
Jake's been playing poker for 6 years, went to Indiana. He was a short stack on the money bubble, and for most of this tournament, yet came to this final table as the chip leader.
Well, he bets 290. Of course, Eddie can't play. So Jake Schwartz taking down that one.
Yep, gonna extend his chip lead after winning that pot. So Jake's stacking up more chips. Action's gonna be on Ben Yu here. Ben Yu, a World Series of Poker bracelet winner. He's played Limit Hold'em the last 5 years, won his bracelet in a Limit Hold'em event. Now looks down at 2 6s. Ben went to Stanford, has a degree in environmental engineering, gave all that up to play poker, and loves it.
Got a pair of 6s in first position. And no, he won't play it. Cate going out. Kevin going out.
Over to Jake Schwartz, who has the miserable 8-3 offsuit, Vince, but he has the button, he has the chip lead. So he is going to raise with what people consider the second worst Hold'em hand you can have, an 8-3 offsuit.
I gotta say, I think that's even worse than 7-deuce. I just don't know why. 7-deuce seems to get luckier sometimes. To me.
Oh boy. Vince, just throw them both away, please. I know you like to play.
Oh, you can't do that. Whoa! Look who's woke up with kings.
Well, Bill Jennings makes very few moves. He's a very conservative player, tight player, but I have no doubt that he's going to raise here.
Raise.
Indeed he is.
You're psychic.
Jake might as well just go ahead and muck it now. He doesn't even have to see how much. As soon as the guy mentions raise, just throw your hand away. Go on to the next hand.
You think all non-professionals are just super tight.
I just go by what I see.
425.
It's nothing personal. I just look and see what's happening.
You look at him, you would think he's a conservative man. But we know better. He drives Ferraris in races.
Yeah. When you look at Jake, it looks like he's got a cold. He's always covering his mouth. He plays the pot, but he opts to give it up. So Bill Jennings takes down that pot. Bill, married with 4 kids, a family man. Says he works out a lot and is an ex-race car driver.
Yeah, he gets coached by Matt Stout. Very tough professional, so there's some good advice there. All right, moving on. Cate Hall first to play. And she just can't pick up any cards. She goes out, Kevin out as well. Now our chip leader, Jake Schwartz, with a nothing hand. Will he get creative with it? Nope. Folds the hand.
Over to Eddie. He looks down at ace king. He'll be going with this hand.
Obviously, and he's going to make it 200,000 to go. Bill Jennings will fold. Only one to beat is Ben Yu in the big blind.
And he's got Jack 7 of hearts. Will he play? It'll cost him another 120.
Yep, he will speculate, splash around.
These two guys have close to the same amount of chips.
As the flop is an 8-4-3.
Now, no help to either player. And Ben is going to check, and Eddie also checks. No continuation bet. Now the 5 of hearts comes off. This gives Ben a flush draw and a gut shot straight draw. And he thinks his opponent's just got 2 big cards like he does.
Yep.
So he's going to bet here, 250,000.
And now Eddie is going to get stubborn with his ace-king, making this call. Oh no, a 3 of hearts on the river. Great for Ben Yu. Hits his flush.
And Ben is going to fire here, 400,000. Ben said his problems here came because he did not make a continuation bet on the flop. He called him on the turn, and now if he calls him on the river, he's just going to dump off an additional 650,000 that he really can't afford.
He's done it.
And Vince, there's a case that he's going to look back and say, gosh, dog it, I should have made the continuation bet. I'd have probably won that.
He's getting good cards, but it's not making it happen. He was up against kings before. Maybe he's tilting just a little bit. Started out with chips, but going the wrong way right now for Eddie Ochana. On to the next hand. Jake Schwartz will be the first to play. He looks down at his hand. Oh, and it's a pretty decent king-queen.
Well, he's going to raise with this. 170,000.
Eddie going to take a break.
Bill Jennings out. Ben out as well.
Yep.
Cate looking to pick up her first hand, doesn't do it.
Yep, she hasn't played a hand since Y2K. Now Kevin with a 6 deuce of diamonds.
And he's going to make the call out of the big blind. So these are the 2 chip leaders going at it here.
He will flounder around, hope to get lucky. Against the chip leader, here we go with the flop. It's an ace-10-4.
Well, Jake told us before this final table started he considers Kevin Eister by far the toughest player at this table.
Yeah, they go check, check.
Now 7 of clubs comes off.
Jake was inside straight draw. That's about it. And ace high.
Again, it goes check, check. Now the board pairs aces. So will Kevin just wave the flag? He's checked it twice in a row. Usually a bluff the 3rd time around doesn't work much. But he's going to try it because it's the only way he can win the pot. 150,000. Jake trying to figure it out here. What he sees now is 600,000 in the pot, and it's going to cost him 150 to call.
Kevin is very good at making people leverage their chips, and he's very good at putting pressure on short stacks. And I imagine as the 2 biggest stacks at the table today, he and I will probably clash quite a bit.
Well, you're going to clash here, that's for sure.
King high's good.
Well, he does make the call with just king high. He's nodding, very proud of himself for making that call against the guy he considers the toughest at the table.
Well, it was such an interesting bet. You would think Jake would fold, but did not. Just well done by Jake Schwartz figuring that out.
You're exact too. Why is king queen or king jack? I was like, yeah.
Probably supposed to fold, but
Oh, that's the thing.
close.
Oh, everything going right for Jake at this moment.
Everything's Jake, is that what you mean?
Everything's Jake, that's right. Back on Eddie Ochana, who's picked up a lot of nice hands.
I'm all in.
Now he's going to just push all in with King Jack.
Well, can't blame him. He's only got 500,000 left. That's only just over 6 big blinds.
Bill's out, Ben out, Cate out, Kevin not playing. Only one to beat is Jake.
I looked at one, and I'm probably going to call. Can I have a count?
About 500, a little under 500.
Yeah, definitely call.
Ace Jack of spades. Got to call that, of course. They flip him up.
Well, Eddie dominated here. So far, nothing's gone right for Eddie at this final table. He's going to have to get lucky now to stay in this tournament.
Well, I looked at the ace of spades.
Well, Jake going over to some of his college buddies from Indiana have come out to watch him at this final table tonight, so those guys having a ball.
And the flop is a 7-6-4. Not good for Eddie.
Nah, good flop.
I won this yesterday with a king on the river, or the day before.
4 on the turn.
Down to the river, Vince. Eddie must catch a king, otherwise he'll be out in 6th place.
Needs the big suck out. Can he draw out here? Everyone on their feet. Drum roll, please.
Number 9 comes off. So that's going to do it for the 41-year-old from Chicago, Eddie Ochana, out tonight in 6th place.
That is right. The first casualty at the 5 Diamond World Poker Classic. Eddie's out. Taking home $226,000. Let's talk to Eddie.
I kind of hit a brick wall. I was cruising for a couple days, and the last couple levels I went completely card dead, and that's part of the game. You know, blinds get up there, you really can't do nothing about it.
Breaking news. WPT Global has overtaken GG as the world's largest real money cash game poker site. That's right. WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour, is #1 in cash game traffic. It's time to join the action. Sign up today at WPTglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT70 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
But right now, Cate Hall on the short stack, and she's hurting. Let's go to the felt. Bill Jennings first to play. Queen 8 of clubs.
Stays in the conservative mode and folds just to watch the action. Ben is going to bet ace high here. Looks like he's going to raise it to 240,000. Cate with 2 5s moving all in. Can't blame her. I mean, she's only got like 4 big blinds.
Yeah, she has pushed, and Isa goes out. Jake, king high, doesn't play, so they flip him up.
So we have a race. Cate with the under pair, Ben with the overcards. Cate Hall's tournament life on the line here. She's just hoping that the 2 5s somehow sneak through.
I'll take it.
Let's see if Cate's hand can hold up. It's a jack 7-3, so no 7s for Ben Yu.
Yeah, Ben is taking the lead on the flop. Cate now must catch a 5 or 2 running cards to make it straight. Otherwise, she'll be our 5th place finisher. Well, a couple good poker players there. Dan O'Brien, Christian Harder.
Deuce on the turn, no luck for Cate there.
Cate Hall must catch a 5 on the river or she'll finish in 5th place.
River card, 7 of diamonds, not to beat for Cate Hall.
What a performance by her, Vince, this week. She's played 4 WPT events this season. She's cashed all 4 times, made 2 final tables, finished 5th at both of those. Let me be the first to salute you, Cate. What a year you're having out here on the World Poker Tour. Incredible.
Yes, the former lawyer. She's a phenomenon. Only been playing poker for 2 years. Finishes 5th. Gonna take home $291,000. Let's go talk to Cate.
I think that I did everything that I could. I unfortunately didn't really have many cards that I could play or even shove with. There were only a couple, and I got it in where I could. But you know, that's just kind of what happens when you come in pretty short to a final table. I intend to keep playing and hopefully be back here soon.
And you, from Los Angeles, California, won't play that mess. Kevin, originally out of Louisiana. Will. Makes it 240 to go. Jake out.
Bill Jennings now in a big blind with the 10-8 of clubs. Is going to make the call here. So Kevin raised with the Jack Deuce. Gets called by the 10-8. And a 10 comes up, so Bill has top pair, Kevin has bottom pair.
Yeah, they both caught something there, and Bill's gonna bet it 200,000 with his 10s.
Now Jake has got a piece of that, but
Kevin has deuces, so let's see what he does. He's gonna stick around and call. Going to the turn, 6 of clubs.
Bill's going to check. Just can't imagine Kevin would bet here, and he doesn't. He checks also, and a 7 comes off. Well, Bill's going to check again. Kevin also checks. Bill Jennings going to win the pot with 2 10s. Biggest cash Bill has ever had all time is $54,000. Certainly going to shatter that number tonight wherever he finishes.
All right, action right back on Bill. He looks like he's really enjoying this experience.
Well, why wouldn't you? Picking up 2 kings, win a pot with 10-8, now you pick up ace-king. We know he's going to play this hand.
Went all in on that prior hand, and it paid off, but this time, gonna just double it up. 240 to go. Ben Yu with a queen-jack won't play. Kevin out.
How much?
And now Jake Schwartz with an ace-jack.
How much did you start the hand with approximately?
2.5.
I'm all in.
I call.
Whoa.
Jake goes all in and gets called.
Yeah, Jake in a terrible place has pushed. Little did he know how strong Bill's hand was.
Well, little did they know how many chips he's got, Vince, because Bill has more chips than he announced, which was 2.5 million.
It's close. I mean, I should have asked for an exact. I should have. He just said 2.5, and I took his.
And now Jake's realizing it, and maybe it would have made a difference.
Well, it may have, Vince.
He said 250.
He knew even if he lost the pot, he'd still have half his chips left, but now he's not going to have near that
Maybe
amount.
Jake can outflop him here. Let's see. No, it's a king. 9-6, 2 clubs. King's there for Bill Jennings.
Well, great flop for Bill.
How do you like your chance right now? Pretty good? Pretty good.
Jake now has to catch 2 runners to win this pot.
Pretty big dog at this point. Bill well out in front to double up, and it's a 5 on the turn.
So Jake Schwartz drawing dead here. Now we're going to find out exactly how many chips that Bill Jennings had. And it is more than 2.5 million, and Jake is not a happy camper about it.
Are you kidding me? It's like 3.5.
And that's why I made him break it down. I wouldn't even call on 100%. I just want to know what it was for future, just in case he tries to say that again.
That's like 3.5. All right, I guess it's cool to angle at final tables for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Jake, I looked at the screen. It said 2.45 the last time
The
I
screen's
looked.
obviously wrong.
Hey, ask for a count then.
I did. You said 2.5.
Well, then count it out next time.
Stack your chips like a normal human being.
Well, that's why I stacked them that way, so you'd make a bad decision.
All right, we're cheating these days. It's cool.
Well, there you see the chip count. Kevin Eister out in front, 7.3 million. Bill Jennings in second place with 6.2 million. That's what they're playing for. The winner tonight taking home nearly $1.6 million.
And he's 25,000 behind 75, 150. Very hefty in a 4-handed poker game. To the felt we go. Quick fold by Jake Schwartz. And now Bill Jennings has ace-queen.
He's playing very conservative at this final table. 300,000 to bet here. Ben Yu with just a king 5. He's 3-betting it to 750,000.
Eister goes out. Yeah, Ben opening up his game. Thinks he can muscle Bill.
I'm all in.
Oh, over the top with ace-queen, all in.
Well, so much for the muscle. Bye-bye, Ben. Strong all-in play by Bill there. He's going to pick up this pot.
You can't blame Ben for trying.
Well, you can a little bit, Vince, because this guy's played nothing but very conservative, very tight tonight. When he raises it, why is this the guy you want to 3-bet? You're supposed to 3-bet guys that bring in a lot of hands.
All in.
Wow.
Well, Ben moving all in now with the ace-4.
Wow, first one's good. I call.
And Jay Schwartz going to call it with ace-10. Good call.
Well, Jake out in front with the ace-10 has him dominated. Ben Yu has more chips than Jake, so Jake is the one at risk here.
The redemption perhaps for Jake Schwartz out in front right now. Can his hand hold up? Here come the first 3 cards. It's a king 7-4. Oh no, Ben has outflopped Jake, hitting a pair of 4s.
Can't even go diamond diamond.
Jake Schwartz in distress at the moment. Got outflopped right there. Now he's going to have to get extremely lucky to win this pot to stay alive.
Just hating the moment. 6 of spades doesn't help Jake.
Well, down to the river. Jake must catch a 10 to stay alive. Nothing else will do.
Ben in a great place to knock out the New Yorker. 24-year-old Jake Schwartz going to the river. Can Jake suck out? No, not the big queen of hearts.
So just tough luck all night long for Jake Schwartz.
Well, Jake Schwartz came in as the chip leader out in 4th place. Will take home $412,000.
Yeah, I know he's devastated, Vince. He really thought he could win tonight, having that big chip lead coming in. Just wasn't meant to be. Jake Schwartz out in 4th place.
All right, all I can do is let's hear his horror story. Jake?
I got cheated. He stacks his chips like a animal. An unnamed poker player is coaching him. I can't believe he didn't tell him not to say anything. But I hate to sound like a sore loser right now, but it was for a lot of money, and obviously it's my own fault. I could have asked for him to break it down, but I don't expect to get angled for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I can't really complain because I got really lucky to get here, but to go out in that fashion is just very unjust.
Breaking news. WPT Global has overtaken GG as the world's largest real money cash game poker site. That's right. WPT Global, the online home of the World Poker Tour, is #1 in cash game traffic. It's time to join the action. Sign up today at WPTglobal.com/YT and use bonus code YT70, and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
What a match we're seeing tonight. Bill Jennings upset in the making, the chip leader with $9.3 million. Kevin Eister with 8. Ben Yu down to 1.8.
Bill folds a 10-8 of spade. Many guys with chip lead would raise with that hand.
All in.
Now Ben Yu with just 9-7. He's going to shove all in.
Call.
And Kevin, of course, with a big ace-queen making this call.
Well, Kevin way out in front. And Ben Yu going to need some help to stay alive in this tournament.
Someone passed out the moonshine, I believe.
Family, gotta be childhood friend.
Yeah, childhood friend, yep.
Those Cajun people, they know how to celebrate, Vince, I'll tell you that.
9 and the 7 of diamond.
And there it is. An opening straight draw. So Ben Yu now with a lot of outs to win the pot.
7.
It's a 6 or a jack to make a straight. A 7 or a 9 gives him the lead.
Oh, it's sweat.
The jack makes things really interesting.
Imagine him as a roommate.
Well, the friends, they've come out of Louisiana swamps to be here tonight, but they're just having a good time.
It's an 8 on the turn, doesn't help Ben.
Well, we are down to the river. Ben Yu must catch a 6, a 7, a 9, or a jack. Anything else, he'll be eliminated in 3rd place.
30 dudes.
I would like to decline to use my one time here.
Yeah. One time saved.
Got bigger things. Got bigger things ahead.
There it is. Well saved. Well saved.
As Jack comes up, giving him a straight. Ben Yu stays alive.
One time, I love it.
A little justice for Ben Yu right there, Vince, after taking that bad beat a minute ago to Kevin Eister for a huge pot. So he's not feeling bad 1 ounce about outdrawing Kevin that hand.
That's all you got to do is you don't want it and you get it.
Bill Jennings still in commanding lead here with nearly 9.5 million. Kevin drops down to 6.1 million. And with that pot, Ben Yu now has 3.6 million.
Kevin Eister taking it all in stride. He should have been playing heads up, potentially, but still 3 remain. But Kevin has a pair of 6s now. They make it 500,000 to go. Bill out, and now Ben Yu with the king-queen.
I'm all in.
Well, he is going all in here. Tough decision now for Kevin Eister. Knows probably the best situation he can be in is a race.
Yep, usually don't want to call off with a mid pair or small pair. You'd rather go all in with that.
He makes the call, and that is a situation. It's a race. Well, every single show, Vince, we say to win tournaments, you got to win races. This is a key hand right here in this tournament. The last 2 pots these guys played, the substantial underdog won the pot both times. Now it's pretty much a race situation. Anybody can win. The under pair, the 2 overcards. Who's going to get lucky here? Well, flop comes 2, 3, 4. Nice flop for Kevin Eister. 2 6s out in front and a straight draw. Ben Yu looking for some pain, a king or a queen here.
Yep, that is a great flop there for Kevin. He's loving it. I think his friends are loving it even more. There's 4th Street. It's another 4.
So we're down to the river. Ben Yu must catch a king or a queen.
I would still like to decline to use my one time.
Ben with 6 outs. A dream and a prayer. So far tonight, long shots have been hitting. But
Well, he hit a jack on the river to stay alive a minute ago. Can he hit a king or a queen here?
no, does it?
A 10 comes off. So that's going to do it for the tough pro, Ben Yu from Las Vegas, out in 3rd place. Vince, the kid really played great poker, I think.
That's right, but he'll take home $607,000. A great poker reputation, a good guy, you can tell. Let's talk to him and see how he liked this Madhouse game.
I feel very, very fortunate to have made it to this final table as is. I feel a little disappointed at this point, 3-handed, to not make it any further than that. But that's just the way the cards roll.
Let's go to the felt. Antes are now 50,000. Blinds 2 in 4. Action on Bill Jennings.
Now here's the first move we've seen Bill Jennings make all day without a hand. Right here, Vince. This is the first time.
No move. It's just kind of calling, sticking around.
That's a move for him.
And Kevin does not raise with King 10, and the flop is a Queen 4-3. So neither player hitting anything, but here comes the move with nothing. Bill coming out to bet 400.
Kevin calls with the King 10. Think about how difficult that is to do out of position. And again, Kevin checks. This time Bill slows down. He's got an open-end straight draw, doesn't bet. And now a 10 comes off. Both players have 2 10s. Kevin out in front with the bigger kicker. Wow.
Kevin is going to put in a value bet of 600,000. Gets the call.
Yeah, quickly called by Bill, who sees he's lost this pot. Defense that call Kevin made on the flop. Pretty intriguing to me. I don't know many players that would make it there against this guy who hadn't played a loose hand all day. So with that hand, Kevin Eister assumes the chip lead in this heads-up battle.
Ace Queen for Kevin. He will raise to 800,000. Bill with a king 9.
Looks like Bill's going to make the call. The flop is ace-9-4. Great flop for Kevin, not only because he has top pair, but because his opponent has middle pair. And Bill checks. And Kevin is going to bet.
Making the continuation bet with the aces, 600,000. But hey, Bill doesn't believe him. He says, I think my 9s might be good. He's going to make this call. Turn card is a 4, pairs the board.
Well, again, Bill checks. What Kevin does here, he's going to bet. It's like 975,000.
All in.
Wow, he check raised all in, and an insta call by Kevin Eister, who's got his opponent drawing dead to a 9. Wow. Didn't even think about that, Vince. Just an immediate call with aces up.
Well, usually you're playing against a non-professional. They don't make that kind of move with just 9s. But Kevin saw through it, makes the call of the night there, and now he's 1 card away from becoming a 2-time WPT champion. Last card coming up.
It's a 5. There it is. Kevin Eister has done it. He is now a 2-time WPT champion. Congratulations to him.
Well, Mike, what's amazing is the man was almost out with 3 players left, had to go rubber to stick around, and now he's the champion.
I was trying to mix it up a little bit, while trying to remain somewhat tight at the end of the day. But, heads up, I think against one of the best players in the world, I was, trying to be uber aggressive. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out, but, I'm pretty happy with the result.
Kevin, congratulations on tonight's win and joining that elite club of multiple WPT champions. But certainly, it was anything but easy here tonight. Tell us your emotions and how you're feeling right now.
Ooh, I'm on an emotional high right now. This is one of the greatest feelings I've ever felt in my life, so I don't know how to describe it. It's just, whee!
We were very impressed with the composure that you maintained to control your emotions. Is that part of your strategy and your game plan, or is it something you worked on the last few years, or what?
The first thing I learned in poker, just leave emotions at the door. That's it.
Well, you did it very well. We want to congratulate you in addition to winning nearly $1.6 million in cash. You're also going to get a set of Monster 24K headphones, a beautiful Hublot watch, and an Aura solid gold MasterCard to commemorate your victory. In addition, you get your name on the WPT Champions Cup for the 2nd time and an entry into the season-ending WPT Tournament of Champions. One more time, let's hear it for our champion tonight, Kevin Eister.